You know, even though we're in mid-February and we tell you to prune your trees when they're dormant, for fruit trees, it is too early. We want to really hit that window for pruning fruit trees right before they break dormancy, because that helps avoid damage potentially to either the tree itself or to the fruiting spurs. The interesting thing about our little orchard here in the backyard farmer garden is these trees are not very old. They've only been in the ground about 2 years. They have grown exponentially with one exception, and that would be our poor sad little peach tree. But we also have not done a great job of pruning them. And I say that on purpose because one of the things we want to be able to do is tell you how to not do what we have either done wrong or we should be doing differently. So these are all apple trees, and then we have our nectaplum. The nectaplum is a hybrid and it's a cross, so it is very, very vigorous and is showing a lot of growth. Last year our season produced really exponential growth in some of our fruit trees, long, whippy sorts of growth, and these are the kinds of things that we're going to want to control if we are really after a good fruit crop. Apple trees do what we call doubling, and you can see that they throw 2 shoots or 2 branches from a very narrow connection. They also tend to branch with maybe not very good connections. What we're going to look at this year and accomplish as we get closer to the break of dormancy is opening the structure up. We'll make good pruning cuts. We will essentially be able to throw a bushel basket through the interior of these trees without hitting a branch. We'll do some reduction on the height. We'll take care of anything that is pointing back into the center of the tree. And then we will hope that that will help produce a good fruiting crop for us. We do a different kind of pruning on peaches, and we do a different kind of pruning on our nectaplum. You'll be able to see on the nectaplum some of the gummosis, as it's called, which was a result of doing some pruning cuts last year. That is not necessarily a terrible thing for plants in the peach, the plum, the apricot family, but you do have to also look and make sure that you don't have some borer damage going on. You can see in all of these apple trees, however, and in the nectaplum, a lot of the doubling and too much stuff up in the top, and that is going to mean we don't have good air circulation, we don't have enough light, we have a lot of foliage and not much fruit. The nectaplum actually produced a double leader in it, and they're actually competing leaders. Realistically, this is a small, short-lived tree. We are not going to correct that double leader at this time, but we're going to make sure that we keep that as healthy as we possibly can and hold on to that tree. The pruning dose on fruit trees to be able to get them to actually fruit makes them really not look like fruit trees like ornamental trees in the landscape. They look pretty weird. So since we use this for teaching for our students and our master gardeners, you may not see perfect pruning here, but we also will send you to some great links so you can get started on pruning your own fruit trees in your own orchard and do it correctly at the right time of year to be able to produce the amount of fruit that you're after.